What I'm about to tell you guys, for me as a trader, this was like the big eye opener, and I had all these light bulbs go off in my head when I finally pieced this together, what I'm about to show you and explain to you. If you're new to the channel here, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button on this video and hit that subscribe button. And 2 years ago, I made a video on Jesse Livermore. It's titled, "Who is Jesse Livermore? Reminiscence of a Stock Operator." I'm sure you have heard many traders refer to Jesse Livermore, the boy plunger. He is one of the greatest traders of all time. He traded during the Great Depression. He's made millions and millions of dollars, lost it all, made all that money back, lost it all again, made it all back, and then lost it all again. Dude was crazy. And there's a lot of traders out there who mention his book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, and you'll hear them say it's like a day trader or investor's Bible. What I'm about to show you guys here, and this is where I started to piece together, and all these light bulbs started to go off in my head that, hey, there are patterns out there that repeat over and over and over again. I don't care what the statistics have to say from all of these other people out there trying to prove it wrong and whatnot. But what we're looking at here is one of Jesse Livermore's patterns that he liked to trade back in the day. And this is going back almost 100 years, you guys, 100 years. So we see this is Livermore's speculative chart. And what we got here is a solid little uptrend to the upside right here. And then the stock starts to go parabolic right here. And up here at 10, it makes its high. And it starts to crack right here. Notice the little bounce to 12. And then it really starts to free fall and fall apart. Now, I'm going to show you guys another picture. This is what I call an euphoric chart. And if you compare the two, they're very, very similar, aren't they? With this euphoric chart, you got takeoff here. Then you got your first little sell-off. That's a bear trap. And then the stock starts to go parabolic like this and really starts to ramp up and take off. Tops out up here, makes its high, starts to crack and fall down. You get your nice little bounce right there. And then the stock really cracks and free falls. What I really want to highlight with this, though, is notice how the stock tops out up here, gets that little bounce, and then really starts to crack and free fall hard. Now, if we go back and look at Jesse Livermore's chart here again, notice the big run up, makes its high, falls down, gets that little bounce, and then cracks and falls down super hard. Now I'm going to show you guys a chart, real world, real-time example of what just happened recently. We're going to look at SEV. We'll look at this on a 10-minute time frame, and then I'll show you guys on a 1-minute time frame. SEV, notice how prices quickly jumped from 450 right here, ran all the way up to $8.75. So from 450, stock runs all the way up to almost $9 a share right there. Stock tops out. Notice how it cracked, got that pull bounce, got that pullback, and then there's your little bounce right there. Now the stock is really starting to crack, and this is a pattern short sellers would be looking out for that big free fall to the downside. A pattern almost 100 years old, still works today. Looking at this on a 1-minute chart, here's that day when the stock really started to ramp up here, fell down here, ran back up. That's your bounce right there. Even though it did run up to new highs, it did it in after hours trading. Normally on charts, if you're looking at the daily chart and hourly chart, they don't track after hours trading or pre-market hours, after hours trading. So your bounce is right there. You got your after hours run up, and now the stock is cracking and it's falling down here. And this stock could free fall all the way down. We'll take a look here at a daily chart on AMC. Notice with AMC recently, this was the big craze. Wall Street bets, everybody over on Reddit, they're all jumping on the AMC rocket ship and praying to take a launch to the moon, but it never happened. After that big run up to $72 here, this big run up, notice it started to crack. You got that little bounce right there, and then it just slowly puttered out, and look at where it's at to this day. It's down. It's going to come in multiple different shapes and sizes, this pattern. But what I'm trying to get across to you guys, by studying, educating yourself, do with time, things are going to start to make sense, and you're going to have these light bulbs start to go off in your head, and everything's going to start to correlate and make sense. And then that is how you're going to be able to pick up how to read these stock charts and put things together. With this video and what I'm presenting to you, the proof is in the pudding right here. Patterns happen over and over and over again, simply for the fact human nature never changes. It never changes. The only thing that changes is time. Technology advances and gets better. The years go by. Time is the only thing that keeps advancing, but human nature, our raw human emotions, they never change. That's why for us, we have to pay attention to ourselves as traders. And it's as Jesse Livermore said right here. A man must know himself thoroughly if he is going to make a good job out of trading. Jesse Livermore. You have to know yourself, know your weaknesses, your strength, and then start to build off of those weaknesses and strength. As I say to you guys in all of my videos, we all have a different set of eyes. So we are all going to look at these stock charts differently than one another. I'm going to see patterns that you don't see. You're going to see patterns that I don't see. And we're all going to look for opportunity in different places. Some of you may see opportunity in this big downfall in Netflix. Some people don't see opportunity. They're scared. They don't want to buy it. They think it's crumbling and falling apart. Opportunity is in the eye of the beholder. And that's why I preach to you guys. You should be showing up every day, breaking down charts, putting in that work. Because due with time, that is when you're going to start making your money. So look at it like this. You're not going to make money right now, but all of that work that you put in, you're working to make that money down the road. So look at this job. It's going to pay off in dividends down the road. But this was a big eye-opener for me. When I started to learn about all this stuff and put it together, and then I would see people reference the euphoric chart and how human nature never changes. I started to read into Jesse Livermore, see his stock chart patterns, and then even real time, seeing these patterns play out to this day. Everything just started to click and make sense. And there are so many other different patterns that I haven't even told you guys about that happen all the time, over and over and over again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Help me out in the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And also, make sure to check out my channel. I have well over 800 videos in here for you guys to educate and learn from. Take advantage of this. I've been spitting videos out since 2018. I've been a trader in the markets for over 7 years now. Take advantage of it. Take it one day at a time. And remember, you have to think differently than everybody else. Think outside of the box. Be that 10%. I'm Mr. Wolf. Have that patience. Have that discipline. Study, study, study.